Hi everyone. Our planet is home for many amazing things. We human beings share this beautiful earth with millions of different species and array of incredible life. These life, they not only make our planet beautiful, but also make it habitable. This plenitude of flora and fauna, including microorganisms, is of great importance to mankind. And without them, the very existence of humankind is not at all possible. This enormous and diverse range of creatures and living beings are called biological diversity or biodiversity. As we know, bio means life and diversity means variation. Biodiversity is variation in life. Today, we are going to study about what is biodiversity and concepts of biodiversity and what are the levels of biodiversity and the values of biodiversity. First, let's look at the definition. Conventional biological diversity, or you can also call it as CBD, which is the international legal instrument for conservation of biodiversity, defines biological diversity as the variability among living organisms from all sources, including inter alia, terrestrial, marine, and other aquatic ecosystems, and the ecological complexes of which they're part. This includes diversity within species, between species, and of ecosystems. You may find this definition a complicated one, but we'll see a simple definition. Biodiversity is the sum total of all life on Earth. It is the variety and variability among living organisms. So, this multitude of plants and flora, plant and fauna, including microorganisms, we consider this as biodiversity. Studies shows that more than 99% of all organisms that have ever lived on Earth are already extinct. The remaining 1% present on Earth are around 2 million to 10 to the power of 12 million species. But out of this, out of this multitude, only 20%, to be precise, 13.6% of the species, that comes around 1.74 million species of flora and fauna, are known to us, and the remaining 80% have not been described yet. That means they have not identified yet. Scientists could database only 83.3% of plant life and 90% of vertebrates. But many algal, fungal, protozoan, viral, and bacterial species are unknown to mankind. The status of unknown species on this earth is 86.4%. Biological diversity this term was first appeared early in 1968 in the book called A Different Kind of Country. This was written by famous conservationist Raymond E Dasmann. But it was Thomas Lovejoy, who was a senior fellow at an UN Foundation and university professor in environmental sciences and policy department at George Mason University. He was the one first introduced this term, um, in 1980, and he rescued this term, and he gave this term to the scientific community. So he was Dr. Thomas Lovejoy. He was fondly called as godfather of biodiversity. In 1985, the environmental conservationist Walter G. Rosen from National Academy of Sciences, he was the one who conceived the concept of biological diversity. But the term biodiversity, the short term for biological diversity, was first used by um, renowned biologist Edward Osborne Wilson in 1988. He used this term in a publication which was edited by him in 1988.